Once again, you are welcome to Financial Intelligence School. My name is Joseph Cheyankra. The focus of this school is to bring financial education to the doorstep of everyone who wants to be financially independent. Today, you want to focus our attention on surviving in the jobless economy. There are thousands and millions of young people out there who are looking for a job. It is becoming difficult for them. Many of them are even giving up. But I tell you, there's a hope. In every economy, there are two major sectors in every economy. We have the formal sector and the informal sector. The formal sector is normally populated by well-educated people. And this place in all over the world, including Ghana, the place is choked. And there are no or limited opportunity at this particular sector. But when you go to the informal sector, the opportunities are unlimited. Unfortunately, many well-educated people think that the informal sector is for a certain class of people, and it is not for them. And then we keep on having more and more well-educated people in the world because now it is very easy to have education, and so many people are getting well-educated. The more educated people become, the more they run away from the informal sector. But I tell you, with my experience in business, there are millions of opportunity at the informal sector. So I'm urging people who are still waiting that there will be opportunity at the formal sector for them to have a second thought because the competition is going to be key. We are now living in an environment which is so competitive than any other period in the history of man. So I'm urging our brothers and sisters who have completed university, who have their masters, and look at the informal sector because there are millions of opportunity there. But for any well-educated person to fit into the informal sector, there is something that we need to do. Ivan Tefre says something, that in the 21st, the illiterate in the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, relearn, and unlearn. Unlearning means that we've been indoctrinated to think that when you are an educated person, there are certain privileges, there are certain places that you should not be because when you go there, you are demeaning yourself and those things. We need to unlearn. Unlearning means that it's like you have a pen drive. You have a pen drive and a full of outdated information, and now you are fortunate to come across updated information. Your pen drive is so full that you cannot copy the updated information on it. What you need to do is that you need to format it. When you format it, you will have more space because we are going to take away all the outdated information and put on the updated information. So there are certain things that you've been indoctrinated. You've been told that a well-educated person is a hidden millionaire. And so even if you are not doing anything, we think that the money will come one day. Let's take away all those things from our mind. What are some of the things that we need to unlearn? The first thing that we need to unlearn is job security. Many people think that you are secured when somebody employs you. But when somebody employs you, all you are doing is that you are selling your time and effort to somebody, and the person pays you for selling your time and effort. When your effort ceases, your income also ceases. Unfortunately, when you go on retirement, you cannot be quit your job to your surviving family. So what is security about this? You can lose your job at any time. Your income for the month is limited. What kind of security is this? So you've been deceived that there's a security. There's nothing like that. The best security that you can have is to have your own asset that can generate income to you on a regular basis. Is to have your own business. Say that when you're not even alive, the surviving family can enjoy from that product. You can bequeath something physical to your family. You cannot bequeath your job. So we are being deceived. The second thing that we need to unlearn is entitlement mentality. People think that they are well educated, and on the basis of that, society owes them a living. And so if they are not working, society should find something for them. Society does not owe anybody a living. So that entitlement mentality must go. School frowns upon mistake. And so well-educated people don't want to commit any mistake. But the more mistake that you commit, the more useful lessons that you can learn. If you want to be successful in the informal sector, you must try to commit many mistakes. Committing mistakes means that you are trying. And then even when you commit genuine mistake, you learn useful lessons from it. But when well-educated people commit mistake, they hide it. Because they hide it, they don't learn any lessons from it. And so, if we need to unlearn some of these things. And then another thing that we need to unlearn is living to please society. It's like a life has been chosen for well-educated people to live, and we don't want to deviate from it. Let me give a quick example. You cannot be a medical doctor in Ghana or other part of the Africa for 5 years without owning a car. So if you're a medical doctor, you may be poor. Your wages and salaries may be maybe just about 3,000, 4,000. But society expects you to use a car. And so you go for a loan, and that loan will take about 40% of your income on regular basis. And then you are going to use 15% for fuel and maintenance. You are left with just 45% of your total income. So the car alone is taking 55%, but that is what the society wants you to live. And because you are a medical doctor, you must stay at a certain environment in town. And so your rent will also be expensive. Even when you are single, society will not allow you to stay in a single room. You need to get 3 bedrooms. While you occupy one, air also occupies 2. That's the way society wants you to live. And then your children must also go to good school. When you go to any program, you are the chairman, you are the chairperson. That's the way society wants you to live. So you are struggling. Your hope is that after the 5 years, you have a space to do whatever you want to do. By the end of the 5th year, the car will be old. And so you need to buy another one. And the circle will go on just like that. Why should you allow society to choose the life that you should live? Let's live our own life, but do not allow society to dictate to us. Another thing that we need to unlearn is overemphasis on certificate. Certificate is good, but it's not about the A4 paper, which is good. It is about what you do with the certificate. And the next thing is education. Education has given us a promise that we said that the well-educated person is a hidden millionaire. And so people think that they say, go to school, learn hard, get a good certificate, and get a good job, become successful. And on the basis of this, and we say education is a key to success, many people are holding the keys. People are holding multiple keys today. People have 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree. But the keys cannot open the door because little did you know that the padlock have been changed without our knowledge. So these are the things that we need to unlearn. What are the things to learn? The things that we need to learn are how to start a business, how to start a business, how to take risk, how to learn from mistake, how to understand basic taxation, cash flow management. Some of these things, if you're able to learn some of these things and learn them well, you'll be able to survive. You'll be able to survive effectively into the informal sector. And when you go into the informal sector with the kind of knowledge and experience that you have, you should be able even to do better than people who are already there. And when you do this, you become useful not only to ourselves, but also to our children, generations unborn, and you'll be able to create a good and viable businesses that can employ as many people as possible, so that we can help the government to reduce unemployment in our country. May God help you to come out with whatever that is hidden in you, to become useful and become employer instead of becoming employee and a burden to the state. God will bless you.